So these problems are population problems. If you have your population problems worksheet from yesterday that you finished, you can put it in the basket. Otherwise, if you didn't finish it, you'll have a little bit of extra time that you can use today in class to finish it, the worksheet from yesterday. If you weren't here yesterday, you can come grab it from me. So remember our equation here. Okay, you don't necessarily have to memorize the whole entire equation, because if you think about it, you can figure it out, right? So the births, that means the number of people we're adding. So the crude birth rate, we'd want to start out with. How else do we add people? Well, if they immigrate to our country, right? So immigration is 6. So our crude birth rate and our immigration are the number of individuals that are coming to our country. And then we have to subtract the number of individuals that are leaving. So the number of individuals leaving would be the death, right? So 8 plus then how many are emigrating out of our country, which is 3, right? So crude death rate and emigration. And you just divide it by 10. So it's this whole equation over 10. So we plug in those numbers. Crude birth rate is 10. Immigration is 6. Crude death rate is going to be 8. And then we have 3 for our emigration, all over 10. So 10 plus 6 is 16. 8 plus 3 is 11. So 16 minus 11 over 10, which equals 5 over 10, or 0.5. Remember, with growth rates, we'll get smaller numbers. So 0.1, 0.2, or 0.8. Sometimes you'll get 1.2 or 2.4, but you shouldn't get a number like 1,000. So the country is growing at a rate of 3%. What's the time it will take to double? Remember our rule here, 70 divided by the growth rate as a percent. All we have to do is take 70 divided by 3. And if you do the math here, 70 and 3, you'll end up with about 23. Okay, so 23-ish years is how long it will take to double, which is quite a long time. Okay. So that was review from yesterday. Again, these are 2 equations you need to know. I have seen on almost every released AP exam, I have seen that they have asked these questions on the multiple choice part. So we're going to go through a couple of slides of notes, and then you guys are going to be mapping population pyramids. Some of you may have done this with me before, because in bio I did it a little because I think population pyramids are cool. So it'll be review if you've already done it. In terms of notes, yesterday we talked about the human allowed people to live longer and allowed them to reproduce at faster rates. Yeah, humans are always evolving. Yeah, of course. There's the thing is that for a species to evolve takes millions of years. So, sure, we're evolving. One thing I like to think about is, think about 200 years ago. So, and now we have a lot of and so part of what I kind of wonder is with more and more people who are breeding our skin color will scientific basis. This is always something I've wondered about for years, right? People married somebody of their own ethnicity and who looked like them, and now we're mixing all of that, and so I wonder if we will ever get to a point where it's evolution on the genetic level, so our gene pool is always changing with mutations, but yeah, again, it takes hundreds of thousands of years, so unfortunately we can't see it. Yesterday we also talked about total fertility rate. What is that? Total fertility rate. In her lifetime, right? We know that how many births and how many deaths there are per So there's not a ton to write today. We left off talking about the United States fertility rate. So you don't have to write anything down with this. I know you haven't seen this graph yet, but we saw a graph yesterday. heated debates over whether that's good or bad or all of the above. So it's just showing you that the immigration in the U.S. is especially prevalent, more so in other countries, and that has to go with the whole American dream. So with immigration, this is a projected population. And so they're saying if immigration continues as it is, right, a projected population, with that population in terms of we're not living super fast. Even though they have the highest life expectancy. Yep, Japan. So Japan is number 2. Monaco is number 1. So Japan, the life expectancy is 89.4 there. In Japan, it's 85.3. So they're living pretty long lives in those countries. All right, you don't need to write anything down here, but disease also plays a role in population growth. This is people with HIV infection. This is in millions. So it's not so AIDS is autoimmune deficiency syndrome. So basically what happens is your immune system, I know we all hear about AIDS and we all hear about like blood. We think about blood and needles in Africa, right? At least for me, a lot of us don't constantly worn down. All right, so that being said, here's what we are going to do today. We're going to look at population pyramids. Okay? Some of you have done this before. First, before we do that, I want to give you, just so you have it, okay, if you don't want to work on it yet, that's fine, but just so I don't forget, this is your review. Your test is on Thursday, okay, of next week. I also have the free response. I forgot to staple them to you, so it's going to be a separate sheet. Again, there's individuals or the percentage of individuals at each age group. So like here's a population pyramid example, right? So they can be different shapes. Some of them are more rectangle, some of them are more pyramid shaped. But they tell us the and then once you get in your group, you'll just need to grab a set of blue. Most people think that there's plenty of time. If you pick up just go ahead and work on yesterday or your multiple choice, either one.